All right, everybody, welcome back. So, as promised, I am doing a 2018 weight loss favorites. So, this is all products basically that I found really helped me in my weight loss journey so far. I did lose 100 pounds in 2018. I couldn't live without any of these things. My desk is covered. So, we're going to get started. First thing that I couldn't live without is my fiber. So I use Benefiber. Yes, this is the big daddy. It also comes in like little to-go sticks, which these are great for like your gym bag or to take to work and stuff like that. But the thing about fiber is when you start on a weight loss journey, you change your whole diet and your body takes some time to get used to it. I've tried a ton of fibers. I've tried Miralax. I've tried, even the Advocare one is really good, but this is just so much more readily available and it's cheaper. And you can get these big Mama Jammas. I think I got this at Meijer. But you can get them at any grocery store. The thing about Benefiber, if you get the like unflavored one, I promise you, you won't taste it. It's clear. There is zero texture and you will not taste it. Like I can put it in plain water and shake it up, leave my bottle on the counter for 2 hours, come back. The texture's the same. It still tastes like water. You can't tell the difference. It got to a point where my husband asks me now before he drinks out of one of my bottles, is there fiber in this? Because he can't tell the difference. So if you don't like it or you're scared of it or you've had bad experience with like the flavor, like Metamucil, the orange drink stuff in the past, Benefiber is where it's at. You are never going to taste it. I promise. Other thing that's super important when you change your diet like that is getting in your vitamins. So this is what I'm taking right now. I'm on VitaFusion. I've got a women's multi and then a beauty sleep. This is like a melatonin and vitamin D. So I take this at night and I take this in the morning. It doesn't really matter what vitamins you're taking. Take something that works for you. I know a lot of vitamins are harsh on your stomach if you take them on an empty stomach. I prefer the gummies. With my VSG, which I had stomach surgery, so it's much smaller. The vitamins don't stay in my stomach or in my system long enough for me to fully absorb them. So it's important that I get like dissolvable or chewable vitamins because then your body starts to absorb them as soon as you eat them. But the same thing works for you as well. Even if you haven't had stomach surgery, you chew them and they start absorbing right away. I've also tried pretty much anything Costco carries. I've been through. They don't have to be the most expensive vitamins. They can be Target brand. They can be the Equate Walmart brand ones. They're all pretty much the same when you read the labels. The only thing that I would be a watch out for on the gummies is calories, carbs, and sugar. So you want to check those. They sneak them in. Sometimes, like these, you can tell they don't have like the sugary crystals on the outside. Some of them do, like even for grown-ups. They're like dipped in sugar. Yes, just sugar. Like when you compare them brand for brand, like it's sugar. So these particular ones for 2 gummies is 15 calories, 3 grams of sugar, and 3 grams of carbs, which 3 grams of sugar is more than I normally go for in my vitamins. I try to find something that's 1 gram or 0 grams. But I truly believe I had like a buy one, get one half off, which is why I did the VitaFusions at Target. But vitamins, so important. Oh, what's next? I have 1,000 things. We'll talk about Spark. So, I love Advocare products. I really have trouble. I'm like backwards. I love Advocare products. Spark is awesome because it is the energy booster. It's the mental clarity. You're going to be tired. You're eating less. You're working out more. It's part of the journey. That's the magic to losing weight. Eat less, move more. That's all you have to do. I know, easy peasy. That's all you have to do. But that's your basics. Start there. This really helped me with energy. This is mandarin orange. There's 1,000 flavors of this. It's just powder. Comes with a little scoop. Scoop in the morning in my water every single day. It's got amino acids and vitamins in it. So again, calories and carbs, things you want to watch out for. So in a scoop, there's 15 calories, 4 grams of carbs. If you're tracking calories, you're still going to want to make sure you put in your vitamins and your Spark and things like that because they'll add up. Because, I mean, that's 30 calories a day I'm taking just in supplements. So you want to make sure, you're paying attention to those things. But this has, like, zinc and vitamin A, C, E, B12, B6, which any of the Bs are great for your energy level. So This helped me a lot. I like my coffee light and sweet. Lots of creamer, sugar, all the bad things. I cannot drink black coffee. I've tried 1,000 times. I love coffee. Black coffee doesn't do it for me. This is a great alternative for me because then I'm not taking in all those extra carbs basically from the cream, and dairy doesn't love me either. So it's just a great option, and it's great to give you energy before the gym. The other thing I take before the gym is Advocare Pre. So it's pre-workout. It comes kind of like in a little Crystal Light sticks. Pre. It comes only in one flavor, strawberry lemonade. It tastes like lemonade. Same thing. You're getting calories. Just because it's a powder and you're mixing it in your drink doesn't mean it's no calories. So 20 calories and 5 grams of carbs. It does have 3 grams of sugar. So when you're using these products, again, it's so important to make sure you're paying attention to what's in your food because you're getting sugar and carbs from all these things that you're using to kind of support you. It also has vitamin C, vitamin B6, folic acid, which is great. That's what they put in prenatal vitamins, and a lot of women take those even afterwards because it's so good for you. Chromium, B12. It does have caffeine, 110 grams of caffeine, so it like jazzes you for the gym. And I like using Pre versus Spark for the gym. I use Spark during the day because it really gives that mental clarity. It does give energy, but this is like boom, like you drink it 30 minutes before your workout, and I think it recommends 30 to 45. It'll kick you on your butt. You feel it. Like I drank this at work one day thinking I was going to be able to leave and I was going to go straight to the gym, and I ended up getting stuck at work and I was like bouncing off the walls, and everyone's like, what's wrong with you? I'm like, I drank my pre-workout. So this is good stuff. And then the last Advocare product we're going to talk about, I promise, I got lots of other good stuff, is Rehydrate. So this kind of replaces your Gatorade or your Powerade. So it's got the electrolytes, calcium, potassium, vitamin C, vitamin B, magnesium, niacin, 0 fat, 0 cholesterol. This does have 6 grams of sugar in it, so beware, again, those sneaky sugar grams. But it's 71% less sugar than like a Gatorade. So I like to use Rehydrate in my regimen because I know I'm getting the sugar and the calories. It's 40 calories for a scoop, which is some of the highest for the products that I'm using, but I factor it in. I know it's there. I know it's going to happen, and I drink water all the time. So one of these a day kind of helps take the edge off. I don't like Crystal Light or like the sugar-free. I know a lot of people do the sugar-free Hawaiian Punch. They come in the sticks also. There's like 5 calories in a beverage, but it's all artificial sweeteners. I'm not a huge fan of that. This probably has it in it too. No, this has fructose. So, I mean, this is real sugar. There's a lot to be said about real sugar versus artificial sweeteners. That's a whole nother story. I'm not a scientist. I don't drink more than one a day because I know it's got the calories and the carbs and the sugar. But again, it's important to stay hydrated. If you can drink all your water without any flavor and you're good with that, then you probably don't need this, but it is something that's really helped me. Let's do body care. So I've got Jergens Skin Firming Lotion. This stuff smells amazing. I can't explain it. It's like a warm hug. I don't know. It smells comforting. Like when I get out of a hot shower and I rub this all over, I feel like I'm supposed to be doing it. And it does say new fresh fragrance, so maybe they've just reformulated it. This one's almost empty. I can feel it. I've been through 1,000 of these. Do I really know if it's firming my skin or not? I have skin everywhere, so who knows? It does have collagen and elastin in it for cellulite-prone skin. It says 24-hour moisture. It is oil infused, so it's really emollient, and when you rub it in, like, it sticks. Like, it takes a minute to dry before you, like, put your clothes on and stuff. But I love it. The reality is, if you're using lotion every day, your skin is healthier than if you weren't. You're moisturizing and you're helping your collagen stay elastic. So even if you're not using like a skin firming lotion, just using lotion every day makes a huge difference. But to me, this stuff's like $5.99, I think, at Walmart and Target. So I would spend that anyway. And it's so much better for your skin to use like a Jergens or a Curel or something like that. even like the Palmer's Cocoa Butter versus our beloved Bath and Body Works lotions. I know they smell amazing and they come out with fun fragrances, but they're full of alcohol and they're full of artificial fragrance and they're actually really, really, really bad for your skin. So do yourself a favor. Don't use heavily fragranced lotion. Use something that is meant for skin quality. Go for skin firming if you feel like it, but that's not necessary. Like I said, I don't know that I can attest that it's firmed anything. If anything's firming, it's because I'm busting butt at the gym. So, but it can't hurt, right? All right. Vitamins, fiber, lotion. Let's talk about portion control. So we talked about eat less, move more. Makes sense, right? In a world of supersize me, it's not always that easy. You think, well, I only ate what I ordered. I didn't, eat extra, or I ate 2/3 of what I ordered. I left food on my plate. That's all well and good, but the reality is restaurant portions, even portions of food we buy in the store are huge. So you kind of have to trick your mind. So things I have found, I have this little bowl. As you can tell, it's like very small. It's like the tiniest little bowl. And then I also have these little plates, which I love this one because it's got like the sections. I don't ever use the big one. I use my 2 small ones. This one's kind of go rogue, but these are replays. They're called Replay. I don't know if you can see that. They're totally recycled. They're made out of milk jugs. 100% recycled out of milk jugs. So I bought them at a like children's store here in Fort Wayne, but I've actually seen them at Walmart. You can get like 4 packs of them and they're different colors and stuff. I have blue because they say, scientists somewhere, say that blue reduces your appetite. I don't know if that works, but it can't hurt, right? So that's my first tip is use smaller containers. And even when I'm meal prepping, I don't use like the big meal prep containers. I use like really small little cubes. Again, I have had stomach surgery. I can only eat a certain amount, but even like the smallest containers that I have, I can only fill up halfway. So even when I was eating, I don't want to say a full amount, but a full amount of food before and calories, that still would have been plenty. And it kind of tricks your eye. You open that container and it's full and you're like, oh, I get to eat all of this. And you make your way through it and it doesn't feel like you're deprived at the end because you got to eat the whole container. Whereas if you're using, these big containers with like the split sections in them, those sections are only half full. Your container's only half full. So you open it and you're hungry and you're already like, oh, it doesn't even look like that much food. I'm going to be starving still. So it kind of helps trick your mind along with portion control. This is a tip from the bariatric clinic, from my bariatric surgeons and the dietitians there, which it's pretty genius. So all of us eat too fast. Like it's just this world we live in. Everything happens right now. You have, a very small window for your lunch break, or you're eating in the car, or you're eating on the way to pick up your kids from soccer, or whatever it is. We're always in a hurry. So it kind of has made us eat faster and do everything faster. I think about not that I can do this now, but like my beloved iced coffee. So if I go to Starbucks and I get an iced coffee and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so good. It's so sweet. It's such a treat. I'm going to savor this. And 5 seconds later, I've downed the whole thing and all I have left is ice because I have no self-control. So things like using a baby spoon when you eat, these are plastic, but you can get like metal silverware that's smaller that you can use just for you that makes you excuse me, again, it's just kind of tricking you, right? It's forcing you to take smaller bites because you're not going to take a bigger bite if it doesn't fit on your spoon or your fork. So taking smaller bites allows your stomach to kind of catch up as the food goes down and you realize I'm full a lot faster because it gives you a chance to feel full. The best example I have is when you go eat Chinese and you eat your Chinese and you ate all that rice and then in the car on the way home, you're like, oh my God, why did I eat so much? I didn't realize I ate so much because that rice is hitting your stomach and it's expanding. Everyone's had a Chinese food moment. But it helps to slow down. It's just really hard to slow down. I still struggle with it. I still use the little spoons when I can. I don't take them with me anywhere. I do use them just at home, but it's just a nice reminder. It just kind of resets that I don't need to eat all of that. I don't eat a ton of processed food. I'm going to start there. but I do have like 3 things I'm going to talk about that are just food items that I've found have been great. So I love Kind bars. This one is a seasonal caramel almond pumpkin spice. Yes, it is as good as it sounds. They're not great for you. They're gluten-free. They have nuts in them. They have a low glycemic index. Still, 15 grams of fat in a Kind bar. Like, that's atrocious. I would never eat a meal that has 15 grams of fat in it. 3.5 of it is saturated fat. 17 grams of carbs. 15 grams of sodium, which is something else you want to look for. Only 5 grams of sugar, which is pretty impressive, actually. And 4 grams of protein. So if you were using this for like a meal replacement, it wouldn't be awful because it does have the protein from the nuts and not a ton of carbs. So, I mean, it's not awful. They're not awful for you. They're delicious. But you have to pay attention to things that are marketed as healthy. So, like the Kind bars, and I really like the Clif bars too, but they have a lot of oats and stuff in them, which makes their carb content really high. So if I ate one of these for lunch, I would only eat half just because I'm cutting that fat and the calories and the carbs in half. Kind bars, when did this crazy thing where they made minis? And you can buy these at Costco. I'm not going to say these are an everyday thing. I'm not going to say that these are your solution to life. But sometimes you need something salty and sweet and crunchy and you get those cravings, and it's good to have something that is your go-to that you know you can control yourself with. These are 100 calories. They have different sugar. This one's caramel almond sea salt. It only has 3 grams. I like this because it's got the salty and the crunchy with the nuts. The peanut butter dark chocolate has 5 grams of sugar, but if you're a chocolate person and you are kind of weaning yourself off of chocolate, it's nice to have something like this, 100 calories. You're not killing your day. And they're mini. Again, it's the trick in your mind. You get to eat the whole thing. It's not I have to wrap up half of this because I can't eat it. And they really are like half the size, which is why I have the whole one here. But these are pretty great. Like I said, they're not an everyday thing. They're a treat. They're a curb your craving because you don't want to deny yourself. If you constantly feel like you're denying yourself something and you can't have what you want and nothing tastes good, you're going to be unhappy. Unfortunately, that's life. So you have to find ways to make it better. One of the other things that I personally struggle with is carbs in general. I really like pasta and bread. So one of the pasta, this is the only way I eat pasta, and it's the super greens. It comes in rotini, penne, and spaghetti, I think. Not that it really matters. Pasta's pasta. So 3/4 of a cup. So that's cooked, 3/4 of a cup, and then you think you add your veggies and your protein. So, I mean, you're looking at a 1.5 cups of food by the time you add those things. There's only 1 gram of fat, 200 calories, no cholesterol, very little sodium. There are carbs. There are 40 grams of carbs, so just something to think about. But they're super greens, so they're packed with spinach, zucchini, broccoli, parsley, and kale, and it says there's 3 servings of vegetables per 3.5 ounces. I don't know how true that is. I'm not a scientist. You know that they fake all of our food packaging these days. But the protein is 9 grams in 3/4 of a cup. So even if you're a vegetarian, this is a great way to go because you're getting protein from your pasta, and then you can add protein with your vegetables. Again, I repeat, you don't eat pasta every day. You don't eat Kind bars every day. They're just a tool when I get home from a bad day, and if I don't eat pasta, I'm going to cry in the corner, and then I figure out a way to eat pasta, right? It's all about changing your lifestyle and changing your choices and not depriving yourself, honestly. I mean, that's the biggest thing, and there's like recipes on the back, and like, be sneaky. This stuff does not taste any different than pasta. Like, my husband eats it. He's not even really a big pasta eater. But we made just like spaghetti with it. The trick with spaghetti is don't use the jarred spaghetti. Make your own sauce. They put a ton of sugar in that spaghetti sauce. Even if it's the low carb, the high protein, whatever, read your labels. There's tons and tons and tons of unnecessary sugar in that spaghetti sauce. So you're even better to do like a little bit of fresh grated Parmesan and olive oil with chicken and, fresh tomatoes and broccoli and things like that. So again, find ways to make food work for you. You may not be a pasta person, but this is something that has really, really helped me. Last food thing I love popcorn, like popcorn in all forms, caramel corn, buttered popcorn, just popcorn. I love it. So this is Smart Pop. Again, we don't eat a ton of processed foods, but it's better than depriving yourself and then binging. You have that moment where you're like, you know what? Screw it. I don't care anymore. I really want this. And you're going to eat it anyway. These are 15 calories per cup popped. Nobody measures popcorn. I'm a realist. You pop a bag of popcorn, you eat the bag of popcorn, right? So these bags, the whole bag is 100 calories. Only 2 grams of fat, 22 grams of carbs, but it's less than that pasta, and 3 grams of protein. So it's not totally, wasted calories. But the reason these little bad boys are only 100 calories is they're super small. When you pop them, they're about half the size of a regular bag of popcorn. So one, you're not eating twice as much. So we've done that reduced portion control. And it's only 100 calories. They've done less butter, less oil. There's no preservatives, no artificial flavors or dyes, which usually the flavors and dyes are in the butter, like the butter part of your popcorn. To me, if I'm going to eat popcorn, this is a whole lot healthier. And again, this gives me that crunchy, salty, we have a movie night at home and your instinct is we pop popcorn for movie night, right? Find a way to do it healthier and making those little changes and continuing to add up those little changes, it'll get there. Like you'll get there eventually, but you can't give up. You can't deprive yourself and then have a binge day and then never recover. We've all been there. We've all been on a diet before and you get grumpy. Like that's your reality. You get grumpy. But giving and finding things and sharing tips like that with each other will help you get there. I can't tell you how many times that pasta and the popcorn and a half a Kind bar have saved my day. They've saved me from being at the Walmart checkout and eating a Snickers because I had a mini Kind bar in my purse and I got out to the car and I breathed through it. Like, I don't want that Snickers. Do I really want to intake these calories right now? I can't eat as much for dinner if I eat it. If I still feel like, yes, I need chocolate, I need to do something, then I eat the Kind bar. It's 100 calories. No one's going to die, right? Like, one bad choice isn't going to kill you, but helping yourself make better decisions is what's going to be the winner. All right, I'm at like 20 minutes. Yeah, 22 minutes. Sorry. I have 2 more things. We're going to try to wrap them up pretty quickly. So the next thing that I have an addiction to is blender bottles. When I say addiction, I mean I probably have like 20 of them. Cupboard full. They come in 1,000 ways. They have these little fellas. This is my new Aquaman one. How freaking cool is that? This is a Big Daddy. This is a 32 ounce. This is a 20. They come 1,000 ways. You can buy them anywhere now. There's like 7 different brands of them also. Walmart, Target, Amazon. You can buy direct from Blender Bottle. They're always coming out with like neat. They have a whole line of superhero ones. They have some pretty cool Wonder Woman cups. They have funny ones. Like, we have a one that says I'm into fitness, and it says this I'm into fitness, this pizza in my mouth, and it has a piece of pizza on it. They're just fun, but I like them because they add a little color and excitement to my life. But more than that, they're functional. I take one out of my cupboard every single morning, and that's what I drink out of for the day. I rinse it out, change what's in it. It doesn't matter, and then it goes in the dishwasher at the end of the day. They are dishwasher safe. I've never put hot water in them. I've never had a reason to. I didn't bring one of the originals. The newer style ones have this like melamine plastic. They don't hold the stink. Like, if you've ever had a protein shake out of an old blender cup, then you know the stink that I'm talking about. They don't hold the stink. They wash up better. That being said, I have a ton of the like classic style blender cups that I've had for years, and I think they're fine. I dishwash mine. Doesn't faze me at all. I think that the high temperature in the dishwasher helps get the milk smell out. You know what else helps? Don't leave nasty old protein shakes in them. Like, even if you drink all your protein shake, rinse it out. Rinse it out and throw it in your gym bag. Even if you're not going to like reuse it again that day, rinse it out when you're done. You'll thank yourself later when you have to open it to put it in the dishwasher. Moms, I'm sure you've had this with like baby bottles. It's the same idea. Just rinse it out and it's all for the better. But I do have, this is my new one, my new beautiful one, and it's stainless steel, and it's double-walled, so it doesn't sweat, and it keeps things cold for 24 hours, which is awesome, because when you mix powder products into your water, you want to drink it quickly, Like the Benefiber, I don't have a problem with. It doesn't change the texture, but a lot of products, I mean, anything, it just kind of like protein shakes if you let them sit and things like that. So it keeps them cold, which helps them keep from getting funky or the texture changing. I really like the Yeti cups, but not Yeti because I'm not that bougie. I buy like the Ozark Trail, I think is what they're called, at Walmart. They're like $10 for the big double-walled stainless cups. We have a ton of them. I love them. They keep things hot and cold. This is like a Yeti, and my blender bottle had a baby, so it's my new favorite thing because I get to carry it in one, and I love that. Last thing. Promise. Last thing. These are Beats. They don't have to be Beats. They don't even have to be Sony. They don't have to be anything. Get yourself wireless headphones. Wireless. I thought it was a gimmick. I thought it was unnecessary. I've grown up and lived my life with headphones wired to my Walkman and headphones wired to my Discman and headphones wired to my phone, and it never really bothered me. Like, it is what it is. We live a corded life. These changed the game for me. I love my wireless headphones. It's just so much easier when you're at the gym. I don't have to constantly worry about like what pocket or what sports bra or wherever I've stuck my cell phone. I don't have to make sure I have, distance. If I'm watching YouTube videos or Netflix on the treadmill or while I'm doing other cardio, I can't tell you how many times I've like not been paying attention and caught my cord with my arm and sent my phone flying across the gym. I don't want to throw my phone. It's nice to be cordless. But like I said, I've seen wireless headphones that are rechargeable, just like these are at TJ Maxx and Marshalls and Meijer even. They're everywhere. Check Amazon. But if you're going to be going to the gym regularly, do yourself a favor. Get some wireless headphones. You will be so glad you did. Like I said, they don't have to be Beats. They don't have to be anything fancy. Just get yourself something to get started with, and you'll love them. You'll be so happy that you're not corded anymore. You can stick your phone in, and you don't have to take it out if you don't want to, which is what I like. I like to put music on and just go. So it makes my life a lot easier to have wireless headphones. These are big. They're just bulky. I'm used to them, but they do make like little earbuds that just have like a cord that run across the back that connect the two, that are much smaller and much more, I would say, comfortable or compact. If this doesn't bother you, then go for something over the ears or over the head, like a headband style. All right, I think I have rambled enough. I think that was 13 products in total, but I couldn't give up one of them. Every single one of them has been pretty important in my journey and will continue to be important as I continue losing weight and then even on into maintenance. But what I would love is if you guys leave comments below if there was something that you've never heard of or something that you're definitely going to take that tip and be like, yes, that's going to be a game changer for me. Or you have an amazing tip that I didn't share, or an amazing product that's really been a game changer for you that I didn't share. Comment that below. The whole point of this is to share and to help each other. So yeah, I think that's all I have. Thanks for tuning in, guys.